Hello, folks. This is Riker. And sorry, excuse me. Wait, I forgot where I was at this moment. Hey, hello, everybody. Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. Did you like that little pun there? I hope you did. Anyway, this is basically going to be along the lines of what Riker does for the Diablo community for the most part in his videos. So I thought that was a little nice touch at the beginning to lead into what I'm going to discuss in this one. Same deal, except for Diablo Immortal. So let's go ahead and do the, not recent happenings necessarily, but we're going to cover a lot of things that have changed. We're going to go talk the market. I'm going to show you what and we can compare notes. We can compare notes in the market with our server costs of various things here. We'll get into that because I have heard some things about the legendary gems being changed to where they were like almost day one prices on certain ones. So again, we can compare notes with that one first, and then we'll go into some other things. One big thing that I did notice that changed recently was the normal party gem counter. The daily normal party gem counter is supposedly fixed. I saw it myself when it started counting odd numbers. As soon as I saw that, when I was watching it periodically and gathering them, I saw odd numbers. I'm like, oh, it's been fixed. So hooray for that. Keep in mind though, we will still have to keep an eye on it since that happened at all to begin with. There's a high possibility that the next patch update that we will get, or even before that even, always keep an eye on it. Always look for the sentence that says you have received the maximum amount of unbound gems for the day, and any that you might have missed from the previous will be listed after that. But always keep an eye out for that sentence. That's the key thing to take away from that. But currently, hooray, take it as a win. It at any point could change back to the other way, so always keep an eye on that. That's what we have to do. That's is what it is. This is kind of the standard MO for them. All right, let's go ahead and look at the market here. Like I said, I want to kind of get into this. This is kind of a little funny in certain aspects. I look at this on occasion, every now and again, just to see the highs and lows, what to go for, what to look for, what I personally look for as a free-to-play. Now, what I used to do for platinum was sell my Terra Rift Estes. I usually try to keep a fair amount of them stocked up. Currently, I have 91. As you can see on my server, people are selling them for only 225. Now, there's a positive and negative to this. Those that are really interested in using them, sure, it's like, oh, okay, they're cheaper now. I'll buy some of these up. But lowering this a little too much, I feel. The maximum was 400, and that was when I was selling mine, and that's why I was generating most of my platinum with as a free-to-play. Recently, anyway. Once Terra Essences got introduced, I was like, okay, this is a good way to go about doing so. I'm fine with that. I can get these fairly easy, and I can make some decent platinum off of them, selling them in stacks of 10. But now they lower them a little too much. This is almost half now. Somebody bought one just a minute ago before I recorded this, actually, and because I was like perusing this, it was at I think 212. I was like, that's almost half of the maximum price. That's a little too much. That's a little too low. It doesn't benefit honestly everybody on both sides of the spectrum, really. Yeah, obviously the buyer's market, so to speak, would be way beneficial to that. But when we're trying to keep platinum generating across the board in the game, it kind of hurts things when it's a little too low. So that's my take on that anyway. But getting back around to the normal gems here before we go into the legendaries, I just wanted to show how these can be kind of funny. As you see, the percentages on all these here. Sapphires are 92% up on my server right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at first the normal gems. Tourmaline, just a quick look. 64. Just a second ago, somebody bought up a bunch of them. These were down to 52. So somebody, right before this recording, this is crazy, honestly. Those are all gone, so hey, it must be that time of day, I guess. Yeah, it's evening hours. Okay, so yeah, more people are on for the evening hours doing this kind of stuff. That's the long and short of it there. On my server, that seems to be the case. I just watched it happen. All right, so 64 is the baseline currently now, as of this recording, right now, this very moment, for Tourmaline. Ruby, still at 50. So yeah, those are still at 50. Now let's look into the Citron, which is the potency gem, which honestly should be a little bit higher, I think, than this right now. It's 75. All right. Now, I also like to go through the pages. I go through the pages too, just to see somehow these prices and the highest ones they got here. These are still fairly low, honestly, so that's not bad at all. And we go all the way to page 10. No, well, there's 21. That's not in 29. That's not too terribly high. Let's look at Topaz. Topaz, 109 for the baseline, and this one currently. Let's go all the way to the last page because I did see this right here. Look at this. 999. There's bots. 405, 293. Those are pretty much bot-like. And they have them, of course, at the maximum price out of all of the other ones currently listed because, well, they're bots. And they put them up there a while ago, and they put them up in bulk. So, yeah, when you see the maximum amount that you can list all in chunks like this at a time, those are bots for sure. So that's unfortunate. That still goes on, but it is what it is. That's what the key that's the key things that give it away. Anyway, Sapphire. Okay, so Sapphire is saying it was up 92% on my server, and it's going for 293. People are trying to sell them for right now. So as compared to the other ones, obviously, yes, this is quite high compared to the other ones, but not compared to the day one prices, of which I heard was kind of a thing in certain servers. But mostly I think that applies to the legendary gems. So we're gonna look at those really quickly. All right, again, comparing notes here, so take it for what it is. Let's pick 1-star gem, Berserker's Eye, 477. Okay, not too terrible, I don't think, anyway, for 1-star Berserker's Eye, which is pretty well used. Everlasting Torment's another one, 477, same deal. Just off the top of my head. Black Rose is getting a lot of play from a lot of people in Battlegrounds for the CC. So yeah, 473. So they're all about up there, about the same. Let's just pick another random one here that doesn't get a lot of play. Mocking Laughter, 476. Interesting. Even that one. The Zodstone. The Zodstone, 932. That's a little surprising to me. And somebody even put a rank 5 in here. Really? People use their ultimates a lot, huh? That's interesting. Anyway, Misery Elixir. This is another one that I know gets a fair amount of play. 471. Okay. So yeah, that's very surprising to me with the Zodstone. Anyway, let's move on to the 2-star ones. Let's look at, let's see, Bloody Reach, perhaps, just as a baseline. 1,600 for a Bloody Reach base. And somebody just put it up, and it's available in less than a minute. Interesting. Okay. So there you go. Again, comparing notes here. Comparing notes. Curse Sling on my server, 1835. Okay. Viper's Bite. Let's see what you got. 2070. Yeah, 2731. 2731 on my server currently. What's another good one here? Oh, Morn Skull, out of stock. People were, of course, it's gonna be out of stock. I'm surprised people were selling that one. That's kind of crazy, honestly. You need one to at least be able to craft more of your own. So if you didn't at least get one copy, you won't be able to do that. But I'm still not using my pearls on the Morn Skull. It might work for some other classes, but yeah. Chip the Stone Flesh. Okay, baseline on a 2 is a 43,000. Okay. That's still under the maximum. Steeping Bile. We're going to look at Bloodsoaked Jade real quick. Bloodsoaked Jade, there's a 3-star on my server. That's as low as it goes. And they're going for 98,000 platinum for a 3-star. Well. Okay. Let's look at... Where's it at? Blessing of the Worthy. Actually, yeah, Blessing of the Worthy, 39. Okay. Oh, Roiling. Yeah, Roiling. Where's Roiling at? Right here. This is the one. Baseline 2-star Roiling Consequence, 64,000 platinum. So, yeah, there you go. That is the, I think, that's the base or the maximum. Not the maximum you can sell it for, but that's usually that's the usual price point for the 2-star of a 5-star legendary gem right there. Okay, so there we go. Just if you're curious, that's what they were on my server. Covering that thing really, really quickly. Again, the Terra Essences, this is honestly, I feel a little too low. You're not going to really make any platinum to generate very, very well across the board for everybody in the long run of everything. So, okay, so there's that. There was another thing I was going to cover really quickly, but here we go. Now the Blizzard and Blizzard notes from the patch on the left side and the Chinese notes on the right. I found this very interesting because they have had their they had a double drop event that they have pretty much clockwork every month, and it seems to fall on the 6th, and it runs for the entire day. I'm not entirely sure exactly what all that. I think it's double experience, double gold, double scrap, that kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure if it's double gems. It may be, but they also have put themselves on the Chinese servers into the mix, which you can see in the Double Drop Festival. Now theirs happens from the 6th to the 7th, where all that happens, the Double Drop Festival. Now they also have the Winds of Fortune version themselves on the Chinese servers. It says here double sign-in and special supply rewards. For those that did not log in on the March 6th, a double materials special supply event will be launched from the 7th to the 13th. Now this is the Winds of Fortune for them. So they can run theirs from the 7th to the 13th. We will not be getting ours on global until the 13th, after theirs ends. So see, this is where the problem still continues to lie. When you have two companies on literally both ends of the world operating on two different wavelengths, pretty much. That's very, very problematic when you work in partnership of doing a game. I really feel, especially if you still don't have any proper translators on Blizzard's end, that's on them for never getting one. So this is why we get so many things that are lost in translation and always screwed up. But yeah, everything's developed on the NetEase side, so you get what I'm saying with, of course, and we've rehashed this a couple times, but more of an example of it. But yeah, this is what we're going to be getting. We're going to get the Winds of Fortune event, which we've already had our, and I'm glad they were finally transparent. We've already had our double legendary gem drop event to take place. The Mirror Jewel, whenever you so choose to use it, which is, I think, ended by this video, yeah. But nonetheless, and of course I didn't get any, my pity counter was off, and I still got stuff for, you know, obviously gem power, but that's the long and short of it for my case. Anyway, there's that. But yeah, that's just kind of a comparison I wanted to do for that, just to show that they get a, like clockwork. See, that's the problem. They get like clockwork, the double drop festival thing, which they have from the 6th of every month, I think, all the way, all day long. And then, you know, we don't get anything like that. And then they're doing a Winds of Fortune variant following that ends before we get ours here on the global server. So, yeah, there's still that kind of discrepancy that I think is problematic and needs to come to an end, in all honesty. And then, of course, with the events, since this is an event update, a game update, we have Alley of Blood going on. I did 2 matches. I don't know if I can really stand doing any more. I might do one more match, but I have to win it to get another mystery legendary item. I don't know if I'm gonna stick around to try to go 8 matches in a row. They happen very, very quickly. Well, actually, some can go longer than others. I take that back. Some can go on for a very long time, and that's why I'm just like, I'm not really fussed about it. But yeah, I did finish the Feast of Valenti event here, so I'm capped out on my stuff. I got everything that I'm going to get. Oh, for every additional 50 points, you will be rewarded with a milestone. So as we can see here, I don't know what that is yet because I don't think I reached that point tally. And unfortunately, Alley of Blood does not apply to this at all in here. They just added it in. So we got Alley of Blood from the 7th to the 10th for 3 days. And that's it to do this stuff, which is fine because as you can see here, I was able to get some normal gems twice, actually. And the funny thing is, this was listed twice. You get 120k damage to players across all matches, right there, and then it's down here again. Same thing with the other ones. All the other things are like listed twice for whatever reason. I don't it's really weird. It's really, really weird. So take this of note as well. Yeah. So that's why I did 2 matches. I got all this stuff done easily. Actually, I got everything done pretty much in one go. In one match, honestly. There was another one, I forget which one it was off the top of my head here, that I just finished on the 2nd match. But yeah, honestly, one go is probably going to be good enough for most players to get all this stuff that's really, really, really important. And then if you really want to stick it out for 3 to 8 matches just for a mystery legendary item to have for later, granted, that would benefit us mostly only when we get the new essences released every time. That's the only thing these are good for. But yeah, other than that, we still have the Feast of Valentine chests that are now way nicer now, because you can pick actually which chest or which gear slot you want to open. So if you're trying to go for any of the new essences, be like, okay, I have this X, Y, and Z ones already. I need pants still or something. So then you go for that. I'm saving these myself personally. There's no timetable on them from what I can tell. They don't have a little clock on them anywhere, so we're good. But yeah, there's that, and I think that's good enough for now. I think I've covered a lot of bases of the recent happenings, recent events that we've gotten, seeing how this is towards the weekend. Kind of a good marker. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of this kind of format. If you're interested in seeing this on a more, like, weekly reoccurrence, then, I'll be more than happy to do so with whatever I can put together anyway. It's not going to happen every time. Some weeks might be, nothing going on, that kind of thing. It's just kind of play it by ear. But nonetheless, until next time, everybody, stay safe out there in the real world, and fire as always. Take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. That's all we can do. It's the best we can do. Until next time, see you.